Ich stehe hier heute vor der Hamelner Stadtbibliothek und drinnen sitzt Frida Nilsson, die Autorin dieses Buches, Sem und Mo im Land der Lindwürmer. Der ein oder andere mag vielleicht schon davon gehört haben, denn sie ist extra aus Schweden angereist, da sie den Rattenfänger-Literaturpreis gewonnen hat. Bevor es allerdings zu der Preisverleihung im Hamelner Theater kommt, stellen wir ihr erstmal einige Fragen.
Hello, my name is Frida Nilsson. I am a writer of children's books from Sweden. Hello.
You traveled all the way from Sweden, and I guess it's your first time in Hameln?
It's the first time in Hameln, yes. It's not my first time in Germany, though. I've been a lot of times in Germany because it's been a while now since my first translation to German came out. I think that might have been somewhere around 2008 or even earlier, maybe. So yeah, I've been here for quite a few times now.
Okay, and the book you wrote is for children. So I was wondering, why did you decide to write books for children?
Well, that's a good question. It's also a very difficult question. I'm not sure that I have the answer, or I don't think I have one answer at least, but I think one of the answers would be that I loved my own childhood very much. It was, so to speak, the best time of my life, and as I was a child I read a lot, and I still enjoy reading children's books very much. So I have a big love for children's literature, and it's a way of connecting to my own childhood, sort of staying there for in a way, sort of still staying in my childhood to write for other children.
And have you always wanted to be an author?
No, not always. When I was a kid, I wanted to work at the supermarket because we stayed out in the country, so the best thing I knew was to go with my mom into the small city. It was the city we went to make our shopping. Was maybe as big as Hameln, I think, not as pretty though. But when we went to the supermarket, I loved to go there and watched all the sweets, and they had some toys as well. So my first dream was to work at the supermarket. Well, when I was around 20, I wanted to become an actress. I wanted to do that really bad, and I wanted to star in a film. No one asked me, obviously, to star in their film, so me and some friends decided to do our own short movie. We wrote the script, and a friend had a camera, so we did this little movie, and we sent it into a competition, an amateur films competition, a local, really small one, and we won. And the guys that were in the jury, they were producers of children's radio. So they liked what I had done for the movie, and they asked me if I wanted to try and write for children's radio. So that's how I slowly started, because I was out of work, so I had to say yes. I slowly started to write for children, and I realized that, yeah, maybe this is something that I could do.
And what inspires you? What makes you write these stories?
Well, I have two inspirations. Mostly it's relationships, people that are close to me, my children, my parents, my husband, even neighbors maybe, or people that I just meet. And it's also, well, humanity, so to speak. So the close things and bigger questions always inspire me.
So your book also deals with topics such as murder and what it means to be good and evil, and these are atypical topics for a children's book. So I was wondering, why did you decide to deal with them anyway?
Well, I think you're right in one way. They're typical subjects for a children's book, but I think it's more common in a children's book or a movie even to just paint out one person as the evil one and one person as the good one, and there is not so often a question about why is this person evil and is this person just 100% good. So what I like to do always when I write is to investigate humanity and go deeper into it, and to have a look at, could there be perspectives to things. And in this book, The Land of the Lindwürmers, I talk about it a lot, good and evil, and about the fact that, well, the person that is evil in a book that I have written, if another person would have told the story, maybe another character would have been the evil one, and so to speak. So it's very much about perspective.
Okay, this is pretty interesting. And how long does it take to write a book like this?
It takes at least 2 years, sometimes up to 3.
And the final question, are you planning to write more stories and perhaps even have an idea for a new book?
Well, yes, I always write. So I am never at a point where I don't write. I also never talk about what I write. So I always keep it a secret until it's finished. But yes, of course I write, always.
Okay, thank you so much, and thank you for taking the time.